Prudential, what kind of products am I going to sell?
You give me
Life insurance.
Prudential. I'm going to push the best of Prudential.
Yeah.
Now, this may not encompass what the IRC 7702 plan has because you need a life license in order to sell this product. You need this in order to sell this product. Traditional brokers, they have a series of license, which comes in stocks, variable annuities. But if you don't have a life license, then you can't sell this product.
Is that like the Series 6, 63 and stuff like that?
6, 63,
Yeah, I
26,
missed
7.
Okay.
And so basically what you're saying is that the insurance company can offer it, but the agent can't. Is that what you're saying? Or the insurance company, Prudential, has to have the license, a life license, or does the agent have to have it, or is it both?
The agent does, essentially.
Okay.
And if he is, so say he or she is within a company, they have to be able to sell this product. They have to have this to market, basically.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they can't sell it, you know? So it's just really based on what company you're with or, you know, what license that you have.
Now, I mean, here's a question I want to ask you is that most of the times if someone's pushing, you know, a license, I mean, a policy to us, majority of us don't sit down to say, hey, are you licensed to do this? I mean, how would someone even come up with the thought process of saying, you know, hey, Otis, are you licensed? I mean, why would I even consider? I mean, because I'm assuming, and you know, I'm a Christian man, I'm a biblical man, but I'm an educated, smart man as well, knowing that there might be somebody out there that may not actually have these licenses to do this. How would I know?
Well, that's a good question also because a lot of us, I mean, it kind of turns back to for lack of knowledge, you know. If we don't know what we have, then there's no way of knowing, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that's where I come in and the team of leaders that I work with. We're educating people. We're showing different strategies. We're moving as fast as we can right now because we feel like everyone should be empowered by this information. If you don't have at least a life-only license, then you're not contracted to sell this product, which is unfortunate for a traditional broker because most of the time they go to school for this degree and they're never told about it. So they push the products that they're more familiar with, mutual funds and sort, as we can go into that later. But the life only is what you need in order to push this product.
So now, Otis, let me ask this, baby. I'll let you get right back. If I'm getting this policy, say I get this policy from ABC Insurance Company, and they're offering me the 7702, and I don't know about them having a license or anything. Is there government agencies that are looking into these policies and saying, hey, did you have a licensed person, or can you get a policy from someone who's not licensed, and then you're looking to get your money out, and then something can happen negatively? Talk to us about the negative process of someone not being secured, licensed, and providing this insurance to someone.
Well, all of this is regulated, so if they were to approach you to sell it, they couldn't. There's just statutes, there's laws, there's limitations. There's a lot of things there's a lot of brick walls set in place if you don't have the necessary licenses in place. Let's say if I just came up to you and told you about it, but I had an affiliation with someone that knows about it. I know everything about it. I can know everything I want to. If I don't have the necessary licenses, when I'm selling through a certain company, then they're not going to allow me to do it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to grill you today. You know that, don't you?
Grill
We're
me.
going to grill you because we need to know. I mean, I'm talking for the older people. Baby, I need to know. I mean, we got to talk for those older people that need to know because you said, you know, there's a lot of, you know, things that you can't do. But we know that in this world right now, you know, if China can spy on United States, you know, system and knock down Wall Street and everything like that, and then you go to your bank and you find out it's closed, or we go to a gas station and the gas station is down. Anything is possible to happen. Are there some things that we need to look at when we're talking to someone about this 7702 that we need to have like red flags if we hear, or certain things we need to hear in order to know that it's a legitimate policy for me?
Well, with this product, again, there's nothing anyone can do because you have to be basically assigned to a company, that is going to allow you to do this in the first place. If you just wanted to just be Joe Blow on the corner.
Right, about to say. Now, you know they clever out
here. Yeah. I understand that.
7702, get it
right.
Get it right here.
7702.
Get it right here. Free loan, free shit.
I got some tax codes for
right.
you.
Exactly. I mean, this is the Internal Revenue Code we're talking about. So the likeliness that will happen is very, very unlikely.
Have you heard of Enron?
All right.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know that name.
But I mean, are there certain special things that you need to look for to make sure that this policy works for you?
Well, just to give you more about it. So what you want to do is, you want to just give people education about it. So along with having the liquidity of this, unlike your traditional plans of your 401ks where, let's say, let's just give you actual numbers, right? So the number in 2008 during the financial crisis year, you had your 401k during that time?
Yeah.
What happened to your 401k?
It went down.
Went down.
Dramatically.
Down.
They ain't matched.
Market dropped by 52% at that time, right? Because you have everything tied into the market, right? So unlike the traditional 401k, with the 7720 plan, there is so let's just say this. So if the market drops right now 52% and you're a client and you're inside of the IRC 7702 plan, the worst you can do is gain 1%.
Okay, now what does that person say? How do you say, what you talking about, Willis? What you talking about?
Worst you can do is
How
1%.
can the worst you can do is a gain?
So the worst you can do, why this is like this is because it's indexed. So it's called an Index Universal Life policy, IUL for short, if you guys heard that acronym before. So the IUL is index. Index means that you have everything with the market. So you mirror the market with all of the upside potential, but you're protected against the downside risk. So unlike the market in 2008 when it dropped, if you had a 401k or an IRA or 403b, with this account, if you were in this account in 2008, you would have, the worst you could have done is 1%. Mm-hmm. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good. The worst I can do is 1%. If the worst I can do is a gain, then that always sounds good.
Easy. Now, there's a cap on this, however. There's a cap of 15% on the IUL right now currently. The market, the S&P probably, last year went up to about 21%. You think my clients were mad at me because I was able to get them 15% when the market went up to 21%, but I was able to take away all of the downside risk? They were completely happy.
Okay.
You don't have to worries of the loss of the market. Essentially, no loss ever.
So, I can't put this residency out there, but you're licensed to go all over the states, right?
I'm licensed in 2 states. So I'm from California. I'm from Chicago. I'm from Illinois here. And I have a pretty large clientele here. And California is where I reside now. My wife and I, we are in business together. And we have licenses, we're both licensed. We're both appointed with respectable companies. I mean, again, going just back to your question earlier, some of these companies that I'm going to make a mention to, they've been around for forever. So companies have been in the game for about 120 years. And I don't think they're just going to be saying, hey, I'm going to give you, a license just to go mess up our name. So
right.
It just kind of brings it back full surface that this is intact. I can't say that I've ever seen anything go wrong with these ever.
Okay, how would a person, let's say you have ABC insurance, I'm XYZ, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm about to retire soon, but I don't have that much money. Do you put in money to this, and how much is it expensive to attain this?
So all
type
of the
program?
Well, it's really based on you, right? So what we do is that we draw out a financial analysis plan. And what that plan just enables me to see is where I need to position my clients. I need to see what their retirement goals are. I need to know exactly what they want to do and where they want to go. We can retire at any age. Any age we want to. Like, let me ask you a question. So 65 signifies what? Retirement, right? That's for almost all of America, right? 95%. That's the middle class, right? What we don't know is that we can retire whatever age we want to. Retirement is when you're done working.
Right.
I mean, it's just left up to you. So my job is to show people what age they want to. What age do you really want to retire? You know, I'm 30 years old. I can be done at 40.
I wanted to retire 20 years ago. So, but let me ask you this: so you say, I mean, I understand that you can retire anyway, anytime you want to, because anybody can just quit and start.
Mm-hmm.
But can you pull from that retirement pool if you're in a company where they, you know, that they have that 401 or something like that? Can you pull from that, or do you have to be a certain age? Because I know I was with Fannie Mae Mortgage, and I was, you know, I wasn't working anymore. Mm-hmm. But the retirement money, even though they were closing, I couldn't get until a certain age or certain time. Mm-hmm. Then when they had to close the retirement funding that they had, then you could probably get the money or roll it over. But if I retired, say I'm 32, and I say, hey, I want to retire at 35, how do I go through that process? What do I need in order to be able to do something like that?
So based on, as I was saying earlier, the financial needs analysis, it shows me where we're going to take you, and then you can tell me, for instance, what age, and we can set goals from there, right? So what you do is that, what I do is that I base it on, it's based on your age, your gender, and your risk modification. Just basically meaning, when do you want to retire? Or are you comfortable at retiring at 65? Are you comfortable retiring at 45? Or what age do you really want to get this over with and enjoy life?
What does gender have to do with it?
Well, I like that question, right? Because females get better rates.
We do?
Yeah, I guess men are a lot more
Wait a minute.
dangerous.
Can I really break it down? African American females, do we get better rates?
Just females in general.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I know we usually be at the lowest.
Well, I mean, what do you know the life expectancy of a woman right
Longer
now?
than a man.
It's longer than a man.
Yeah.
Right? It's probably because y'all drive us a little crazy. But
No. I was liking you. Look, Tracy, I was liking that young buck, but no.
I concur.
Truth is the light.
well, the life expectancy of a woman is 95.
And the man is what, 70?
It's 92, actually.
Oh, we
Yeah,
only
we're
got to talk
living
about 3
longer.
years?
It's 92, actually. That's
We're living longer, and they said that married men live longer than single men.
I did hear that.
I guess I'll find that out one day.
Yeah, okay. Statistics are not proving that to be likely right now. So,
Just heard that.
So now, here's the thing, Otis. Now, what's the realistic factor of someone who wants to retire at that age? Now, are we looking at you're doing a financial planning for them, and so now you're letting them know by the income that they have and certain things and expenses and things of that nature, what they need to save in order to get to that retirement goal. And are we being realistic to say, I'm 32 and I want to retire at 40, but realistically, if you look at my financial responsibility with what I have as far as income expenses, I might not be able to retire until 45 or 50. Are we telling someone that? Or are we just saying, hey, if you want to retire at 35, this is what you have to do?
Again, it's really contingent upon that individual. Now, the case of it being likely, it's if I have money that I'm just frivolously going through and I don't know how to spend it, but I find enough money to say we're going to retire you in 10 years. We can do that. It's a very, very aggressive approach.
Yeah.
But we rather do this in a more realistic approach, right? So if I can say, hey, we're going to save you, we're going to get you to $1 million by the age of 50, right? Then that's great, you know. But if I can get you to $1 million by the age of 40, that's even better. And it just really depends on what you are comfortable with saving with, right? So understand this. So understanding what I'm saying is really based on understanding these two things, right? So understanding taxation, how we're taxing this country is one thing that we need to know. And two, understanding the power of compound interest, right? Are we familiar with that?
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. If I gave you the opportunity of having $1 million or a penny, which one would you take?
$1 million.
No brainer, right? Right? So if I gave you that same $1 million, right, but I gave you that penny, but now this penny is going to double every day for the next 30 days, only 30 days, which one would you take then?
The penny.
The penny.
Because the compound interest on that is going to be enormous.
Now, do you know what that amount is?
I forget. I saw that somewhere. Hey, we got to go to commercial. We're going to come up with that answer. Hey, we've been talking to Otis here about retirement insurance information to 7702. This is Reverend Rick McCain with my baby, my girl, my boo. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.